Get this wheel spin. Well, that beard of yours, it looks so luxurious. I mean, I definitely think there is absolutely no fleas in there. For sure. You must use really good conditioner and
I just bought conditioner. It's great. I love it.
it looks like a well-conditioned beard.
It's not right now. I need a shower. Been under my car all day and then moving shit all day. Like I said, this week's been stressful for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, certainly hadn't put any stress on that beard. Let me tell you. Hold up, I gotta move this. This fucking
fuck shit, man.
What's up? Well, welcome everybody. This is episode 15?
14.
14 of the Game Boys podcast. We're off to such a wonderful start.
Absolutely brilliant.
Well, we're going to be introducing a new element to the game, and what we want you to do is mention in the comments if you figure out exactly what it is that we're doing. We're not going to tell you what it is. We're going to see if you can get it right in the comments. So, what's going on?
Just stressing myself out all week.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Man, just doing the thing, making it through, man, playing some games and doing some work. That's about it.
I wish I had time to play games this week. Barely had time to do this week.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was able to sell a whole bunch of my odd consoles, more just to get rid of it. It's not like I really needed the money or nothing. I just might as well get some money for it. I'll have someone else enjoy them.
Yeah. Before we get started, I just wanted to share a little funny thing that happened to me today. We borrowed a trailer from one of my friends' friends, and they said the only way we could use it is we threw their trash in the dumpster. So we went to the dump, and started throwing our stuff away. And laying on the floor was a nice the NES version of Donkey Kong. So I scooped that shit up, said, I'm taking this, gonna clean this out. So,
Donkey Kong Country or
the original Donkey Kong for the NES.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought that was way back in I thought the original Donkey Kong was like Atari or.
No, it's what I mean. It's the original.
Way back in the day, like way before any NES or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was fun and I would share it. I also just left it in his truck so he can take care of it.
Sounds
he
good.
works. He goes to work and deals with those kind of things all the time, cleaning up console stuff. The kind of job I want.
We mentioned something in our first episode of this year that we're supposed to be trying to beat some games, and do that. Just want you to know, I've got 5 in the books. 5 games.
Any.
And William doesn't have any.
And now my fucking list of games I want to play and beat keep growing. Now I got Psychonauts on there, Psychonauts 2. Spoiler alert for later, Quantum Break's going to be on there.
Quantum Break. Tell you, man, I love that game when I played it. So, but since we're talking about it, let's go ahead and get into that. So you played.
Yeah. I played Quantum Break this time.
Quantum Break.
And before I get into the whole gist of the thing, my hands are dirty. Before I get into the whole gist of the thing, I love anything that's like time travel related or fucking with time. That's
why Back to the Future is my absolute favorite.
That is one of my favorite genres of anything time travel. I love it. I love the complication of traveling back and forth to the future. Paradoxes, all that. I love him. I love him. Love him. Love him.
And the questionable morality behind all that.
Yeah, when I figured
rarely
out this,
ever used for anything good.
Yeah. So when I figured out this game was time travel related, I got excited and real excited. So you start off playing as a character. His name is Jake Joyce, and you're arriving at a college to meet up with your friend Paul, and Paul is the coolest guy ever. I'll tell you what. He built
I don't
a.
know how, but okay.
I don't know either. I'm getting there. Don't worry. That's all sarcasm. But Paul invented a quantum blah blah blah.
Sure.
It's a time machine. It's a time machine. It was quantum something or another. I don't got time to listen to all that.
Yeah, some big words.
Yeah, but basically you walk around in a loop and you go back in time a certain amount depending on what you typed in. So while they were testing the time machine, your brother Will shows up. That's my name. And,
Will Joyce.
Will Joyce. And, tries to put a stop to it. And then out of nowhere, the, we'll call it military, shows up.
I forget what they were called already.
You had to say something.
The name is almost like Umbrella Corp, but it's not.
You had to say something.
It is.
I was literally about to say it, and you said,
"Oh, it's Monarch."
Monarch. Thank you. Yeah, because Monarch Butterfly.
Yeah.
Because the whole butterfly effect thing. That's where that's where I'm assuming the name's coming from.
Sure.
So they show up and they start fucking things up. The timey-wimey thing explodes, and you start getting time. That's a Doctor Who reference. You start getting time controlling powers, and I'm not going to go any farther in the story for that, but that's how your powers originate. It's really fucking cool. But yeah, you first off, the game looks fucking great, and you said it came out in 2016. You could see.
Oh, so I was mistaken. It was not an original release with the Xbox One. It was an original on the Game Pass. It was one of the first part of the original Game Pass set, I believe. I believe that's correct.
Okay, well, either way, for coming out in 2016, it looks stunning. You can see every expression on every character's face, and you can even see that in newer games nowadays.
Details and everything, yeah.
Yeah. Story-wise, I was loving the story. I was loving the conflicts between the characters. I was loving the whole thing.
Controls and everything.
The controls felt nice and smooth. I ran into a trouble where I didn't know cars would blow up, and I died. And that was one of my biggest grievances because it made me restart the whole chapter over. I didn't know that would happen, and I didn't know the car would blow up. So hard to kind of,
I don't think that'll be the case throughout the game, but I mean, like I said, it's been what 6 years since I played it, because I played it when it was pretty much a new game. So
yeah, the time powers feel awesome. Every power is super cool. You get like a they call it time dash. Basically, you just dash forward in time a bit. You like freeze time on a certain enemy, and then you shoot at that spot where they're frozen, and your bullets build up kinetic energy to hit harder. You get a time shield type deal. It's all fucking awesome. I love it so much. I'm really excited to play more of it. So, it's on my playlist, if not stay list. And
should be. I would say playlist. I don't think once you play through the whole thing would you
well, maybe because
value may not be there. I don't know.
Judging by the like tips and tricks it gives you, I'm guessing there's multiple endings, and there were choices I had to make.
Yeah, there definitely are decisions that.
The part that I'm gonna have to take off points of, they literally put an episode of the show in one of the cutscenes, and you're just watching through the whole episode, which I was like,
yeah, but you have the opportunity to skip those. I watched them all the way through, and they're not really whole episodes. It's more like 10 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes of like.
For me, that's too long of a cutscene.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was pretty cool. I was also afraid to skip through them because I was afraid that I would miss, crucial plot summary or plot stuff.
Yeah.
And so With that said, I from what I played, not counting the cutscene stuff, I think this game was perfect. I think it was a 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely enjoyed the hell out of
I
it.
remember I enjoyed it so much. That's the reason when you spun that was the one I recommended right away because I'm like, I don't know about these other ones, but I know that is an amazing game.
That is how you get to my heart, is some timey-wimey stuff.
Timey-wimey.
Reminds me, I still have to finish Doctor Who. It's too long, dude.
Doctor what? Doctor Who?
So let's talk about your game. I didn't actually get to watch you play it.
Yeah, that's not unusual. William misses my streams all the time, but then I make sure I'm there for his, even if I'm at work.
Mine was dead. My phone was dead, or I was going to tune in.
Your phone was dead at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes, because I had it on me
because
all day.
iPhone is wonderful, right?
I mean, it helps when you charge it.
You charge it overnight when you sleep. That way.
Yeah, usually that's what I do, but I didn't get to last night.
All right, so I played Sea of Solitude.
Was that like Sea of Thieves?
Not at all like Sea of Thieves. Thank God, because Sea of Thieves was a major disappointment.
I hear the updates made it better.
I heard it's gotten better, but ultimately, when it first came out, there was skeletons, and that's it.
Yeah.
Those were your bad guys. You have one big ass. What is that thing?
Kraken.
The Kraken.
The butt Kraken.
That, nothing was fun about that game. So Sea of Solitude is one of those games on the Game Pass that you have to play through EA whatever. You have to play through, what is it, EA Play or whatever?
Whatever. It's annoying.
I guess the game came out like 2019. It had a really unique art style, kind of almost cel shaded, but not really. It's sad as hell, and it's very dark, like theme wise. What the hell is this cheesy ass grin on your face?
I don't know.
Fucking killing me over here. Anyway, he's like,
I'm just thinking of something. I'm sure you know what I'm thinking of, but just.
Oh, so anyway, so you God, you made me lose where the hell I was at. So anyway, it's really sad and really dark, and you play as a female character, which is funny because my cousin was watching at the very beginning there, and he was like, "This is such a girly game," because it does start off looking kind of almost bubblegum poppy like type of girly ass game.
What was that one Chainsaw Girl game?
Chainsaw Lollipop. That's more like.
Is it kind of like that?
No. And you're on like a boat in the middle of like the water. And there are these dark, like you're actually like a weird. You got like this black, spiky, almost like I don't know, kind of a weird appearance. Which I'm sure I'll put the video over this to make some sense out of it. And all the little dark monsters and shit. Like you have red eyes. And I think this is, from the way it seems, it's like it's all happening in a dream. And the story part that I got to so far was like her brother was being bullied. And she was too busy paying attention to her stupid social media and shit.
Sounds like the new age.
To listen to her younger brother when he was trying to basically pour his heart out to her and let her know that, he's not happy and things are not going well. So now I guess in the game, it's like she's having regret and she's having to go back and face the shit. And it turns out that he was being bullied at school and they even made him pull his pants down and stuff. It's some dark ass
like
shit.
A plot of like lots of movies and shit, man.
And it's like,
so did he turn into a serial killer or B kill himself?
Well, you know what? I gotta tell you, I'm so glad that that you love that color pink so much. That's a wise choice. So what was the question again?
Did he A turn into a serial killer or B kill himself?
Oh, okay. So
iceberg.
I guess I'm saying this is like a dream, but in her dream, he manifested as this giant ass like crow looking bird,
mm-hmm.
and it was kind of silly because like she's following him around, and he's not trusting her because I guess whatever. So she's trying to follow him around, and then he tells little bits of the story as it goes along until she sort of realizes now exactly that she has so much regret. It's like the theme of that shit is her regret for not paying attention to him. She was texting her boyfriend while he was pouring his heart out, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even listening."
Yeah,
aren't you happy about your friends at school? He's like, "You weren't listening. They're not my friends. They don't give a shit about me," or whatever.
This 100% sounds like a plot to like a horror movie or a suicide note.
Well,
or something.
I think it's roughly kind of horror like. But it's mostly like a platformer. But I think the themes of it are like dark and emotional sort of situations. And as far as I played, I got through the whole part about her brother, and then after all that, and she apologized and all that, he became a regular boy. And then I'm a real boy. And then he got on a big houseboat that I couldn't get on. So he got on the boat, and then I just followed the boat for a while. And then it's kind of like your FAR game or whatever it was, where something was blocking the boat from going forward. So then that was going to be my next chapter. And then that's when I had stopped streaming.
Got you.
It's really fun. I'm probably going to keep it on the playlist. I will finish it. It's apparently a short game. I mean, in just like 2 hours, I got through like 5 chapters. And I think there's like 12 in the whole game. So it's definitely worthwhile. Something I would recommend. I'd probably give it about an 8. It's a solid 8, though. It's not. It's really like a relaxing type of game to play too, for the most part. The only real danger you have, which I did die a couple of times, is when you swim across dark water. There's a big monster in the water that will eat your ass. So you have to time it to where you got enough time to swim across before he can eat you, or he'll snatch your ass up and it's like rah rah rah, just gnaws the shit out of you and you die.
Man, there has to be something to those kind of games where like you're in the ocean or there's something under the water. There's a fear for that, right? Like being in deep water.
I wouldn't want to be there because I can't see what's under me. And the fucking shark come up and eat my ass.
Makes me think of Subnautica.
A shark could eat for weeks on all this.
You remember the what are they called? Leviathans.
Yeah.
Those big ass things scared the shit out of me.
Hell yeah.
Kind of think of that.
Oh, Leviathan, that's cool.
That's what they were called. Yeah, they were pretty cool. Scary as fuck though when they come out of nowhere.
Oh,
so we should move on to our next topic.
We probably should. So our topic for today is going to be our top 10 games of all time, our GOATs, if you will.
Yes. Do you want to start with honorable mentions, or do you want to say those after?
We'll leave the honorable mentions after we do our top 10. So
we'll do top 9, then we'll say our honorable mentions.
That's fine.
Yeah. So why don't you go ahead and
do
start?
9 through 2.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. So number 10, I have Crysis 3. I know you probably thought it would be higher on the list. Crysis 3 is amazing. The problem is there's so many amazing games, and there are points where it's kind of like feels like you're just doing the same rinse repeat type shit, but it doesn't take away from it. It's really a great game. The stealth is actually fun, which is rare.
Yeah, I do enjoy the stealth.
A rare condition where stealth is actually fun and doesn't like kill it. So definitely at number 10, Crysis 3. So what do you have at number 10?
So I want to preference something for number 10 and 9 of mine. They're both comfort games. Games I go to when I'm bored or I want to play something, but I don't know what. And for number 10, I actually have Minecraft. And I like playing Minecraft. It's simple. It's relatively interesting. if I'm playing on Xbox, I can go play little mini servers. If I'm playing on my computer, I can play with mods, which are always fun. There's limited mods out there, man. Anything you can think of, there's a mod out there for it. And the mods in Minecraft aren't the same as like if you're modding Call of Duty or something like that. They add new and fun modes to the game. Like there's a whole like technological mod. I can't remember what it's called, but it puts machines and stuff into the game, like auto driller, stuff like that. Mining. It's real cool. I love doing that. I don't like it as much playing on the Xbox, but still, if I have friends online, I like to join a server with them, play. It's just nice, simple, relaxing, and I don't think I could have made a list without it on there somewhere. Top 10, or it's number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah,
makes sense, I guess.
And I'll go ahead and say my number 9. My number 9 is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. First off, it's free.
Is that the one you were playing on the stream from one of our first few episodes? You played one of those games.
Maybe.
You don't remember that? It was like the first or second episode or somewhere really early on. You're talking about you played it. It was a Master Duel. You were in a school or some shit. I don't know.
No, that was Duel Academy.
Oh, that was Duel Academy.
Yeah, that's a Game Boy game. That one's pretty fun too, but that's definitely not my top.
I'm about to say it really did look really old. So
it's real. It's a Game Boy game. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is the free way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. I've always been a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! I've always liked playing it. I don't have the money to sit there and invest into the game though. Decks cost $200, $300 sometimes, and I want to play fun decks, but I don't want to spend all that money. I'd rather, buy cards I like that don't necessarily go into a deck, or buy cheap decks that are fun to play. But in Master Duel, you don't have to spend any real money. You can, of course. I've maybe put $10 into it and said, nah, I don't feel like buying anymore, because what you do is you buy gems and then you use those gems to buy packs, and the packs are random, so don't feel worth it. Especially when they are very generous at letting you earn gems. Like, I've never gone on there and played for an hour and be like, man, I don't have enough money. I play for an hour, I get enough to pull 10 packs, which is a lot for these kind of games. But yeah, I mean, it had to be on there. It's another one of those comfort games. Just goes on there. I go on there to relax. I'm going to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! None of my close friends play that Yu-Gi-Oh! They all play the old Xbox version, but that don't matter. I've played in tournaments for it, though. That was fun. I've actually hosted tournaments in it, though. That was even more fun and annoying at the same time.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, yeah. If I was to ever try to get you to play, I would get you to play on that because it's absolutely free. But I know you're not going to try it. There's achievements in it, though.
I have no interest in it. That's a weird thing about the game I played. I didn't get a single achievement.
That is weird.
But it says there's 22 achievements in the game. And I played almost halfway through it, so it's kind of weird.
So what's your number 9?
Number 9, Young Merlin. And that goes way back to Super Nintendo, which was,
yeah.
Of course, I've already mentioned my favorite Nintendo console of all time for sure.
It's a good one.
Young Merlin was very similar to a Zelda because it was a role-playing game, obviously top down like most of your stuff back in that day was. Had some light puzzling and nothing really stupid or overly hard. This really makes the list mostly just on, I remember how much I loved it, like the nostalgia when it was the new thing, how much I, thoroughly enjoyed playing that game. And it definitely deserves a spot. You play as basically Merlin, but he's just a kid.
Merlin's thing is the whole King Arthur, Merlin, all those. I love those storylines.
So this is like this, I guess, would predate all that. Though he's not an old ass wizard. He's a young kid learning to be a wizard.
That's cool. I like that.
Also, kind of has like Harry Potter vibes. before, I guess before technically, I don't know if it's before Harry Potter was a thing, but I'd imagine it was
I
because
would
this shit
too.
was the 90s, early
If not
90s, mid
around that
90s.
time period, yeah.
So it's a great game. I played it all the way and beat it. I don't think it's very long necessarily, but it's, like you think of RPGs now and you think, holy shit, 100-hour game or whatever.
Mhm.
No, it was probably about equally as long as like the Zelda games were at the time.
Back then, they made games long by making them difficult, or
Yeah. So,
that's the simplest way to put it.
and since we're, on the all-time thing, that's why this game gets on there. I don't think it would age well. I think if I went back and tried to play it now, I'd be like, what was I so in love with? Like, I don't get it. But
I can see that.
for the time, holy shit, man, I was glued to that thing. I didn't touch nothing until quite a while.
Yeah. So it's what's your number 8 then?
Number 8, Dead Space, the first one.
The first one, yes.
So nothing at no point in this list will I repeat anything from the same
series.
Series of games. So this is Dead Space. It's the best representative to me of all the Dead Space games. It's the first one. Amazing. Oh my God. Anyone who hasn't played this shit needs to check it out. Even if you check out the new, what is it? The remake Dead Space, remaster. Death Stranding.
I think it's made by the same company.
No, I'm talking about they just recently released a remaster. Yeah, so even if you just do that one and skip the old one from 360 days, man. But either way, man.
And if I was to pick one of the Dead Spaces, I would pick number 3, because if you play multiplayer in that, one of your characters suffers from like schizophrenia, so you'll see shit that your co-player will not see, and it's hilarious. Like, oh shit, he's coming for me, bro. What are you talking about?
The coolest part of Dead Space is like the weapons are not like anything you will ever use, and how you have to use them is not like most. Like the bad guys are necromorphs, as they call them, and they're basically little alien fucking horror creatures. And it actually has some legit jump scares in this game too. But so you get like this thing called a plasma cutter, and you can cut off limbs. Like you shoot off the limb until like their leg falls off. And then, you shoot more legs off until you get all their limbs off. Then you stomp the shit out of them. That's a freaking awesome thing.
I love it.
And as you stomp them, like you get more like ammo and shit. So since ammo is pretty scarce in that game, so that really helps. Just the whole idea, like when it first came out, I was like, this is the craziest shit. I have to check it out. And then when I played it, I was very, very glad that I did, because, it's not something you can miss and be proud of yourself that you never checked that shit out, because unless you're just scared, unless you're going to have nightmares or something.
It's a real good game.
You can't pass.
I don't think I've ever beat it. Maybe I got to play that one.
You need to beat it.
I need to play it.
If you haven't.
I loved playing through them. I don't remember ever finishing one though.
I finished them all except maybe the third one. You said the third one's your favorite. To me, the third one's the least.
I think story-wise isn't great. I think how it messes with the players is my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember like as much customizations to the guns and shit like that. But my number 8 is actually a Digimon game. It's Digimon Cyber Sleuth. And Digimon Cyber Sleuth, it's an RPG, and you're a cyber sleuth, a detective of the internets of sorts, but with Digimon in it, and Digimon doing crimes, stuff like that. And I've always liked Digimon. Digimon always has a dark story to it, unlike Pokemon, which is usually lighthearted, battling, stuff like that. Digimon's real dark in their story-wise, In the Digimon, you've always had kids fighting for their lives and shit, which awesome. But just through the whole story, you're solving different mysteries, different things like that, meeting certain criteria to make your Digimon evolve a certain way. You get all your favorite Digimon. It's like a 30-hour game, I think, maybe more. That's another one I haven't beaten because It was just too long, but I keep finding myself playing an hour here, hour there. Well, not lately, but I'd play an hour here, hour there, just over and over. It's one of my all-time favorite games. It has DLC that I haven't even gotten to yet that I'm really looking forward to because it adds so much cool stuff. I mean, yeah, you got like all bunch of stuff that if you're fans of Digimon, you're gonna love this game, and it's probably the best Digimon game we've gotten in a while, especially considering the new one is a light novel. No one likes light novels.
Yeah, apparently no one likes light novels, especially not.
But they keep making them. But my number seven would have to be Forza Horizon. What is it? Forza Horizon 4, 5, the newest one.
5.
I'm a big fan of racing games. I like racing games. I like cars in real life. If I had a nice amount of money, I'd have cars for me to go out dragging and stuff like that. I unfortunately don't have that type of money, so doing it in a video game is great. And for Forza Horizon is one of the best for racing. You get the off-road, you get the all-terrain, you get the drifting, you get the drag, you get the street, you get all those kinds of racing in one nice condensed package. And now they have the Hot Wheels expansion, which I haven't purchased yet.
I haven't yet.
I really want to play because I loved Hot Wheels.
I like the barn finds in that game.
The barn finds are cool. I found mine already. Found all of them.
Most of them. Did you do the race all the way across Mexico yet?
I did not.
Holy shit, that's long. I did it.
Actually, I might have actually. Yeah, I think I did.
Long, man. It's like 20-minute long race or whatever.
I did most of the stuff in the game, but I don't think I ever got credits.
Nah, I haven't rolled credits on that one yet. I don't think I've ever rolled credits on any of those.
I feel like I played hours on that game. I feel like I should have got credits. I don't think I did. Either way, it's amazing, fun. I bought a steering wheel just to play that game.
Would you say that credits are on the horizon for you?
I would maybe. I mean, I want to invest into a better like racing steering wheel thing set up just for games like that. So probably. Fortunately, those things are expensive, dude.
Yeah.
The haptic feedback ones, man.
Oh, those controllers are at least $100, if not more. I saw one that was $100.
This shitty, non forced feedback one where you could feel every turn. This is $100. Those forced feedback ones are like $400.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I want a whole racing sim eventually, but I ain't got the room or money for that shit right now.
Yeah.
What's your number?
7?
7.
Number 7 is BioShock 2.
Yeah, I considered putting that on here.
BioShock is an amazing franchise. And I feel like BioShock 2 perfected what BioShock 1 brought to the table. BioShock 1, the whole experience was so new and so fresh that scores points for it. But BioShock 2 took that and just even made it that much better.
We can both agree that BioShock Infinite just doesn't exist, right?
I won't go that far. I need to revisit it so I can get a fresh opinion of it. But I didn't particularly enjoy it.
I appreciate what they did. I wish they would have called it something else. It feels like a totally different
game. You're not even underwater anymore. You're in the damn sky in Colombia.
Yeah.
You're in Colombia, a sky area instead of
underwater
in a freaking amazing ass.
The beautiful scenery in that game.
Yes. And the art style and the whole like
gritty
retro, but yeah, it's like retro, but what era would you consider it? You know what I'm saying?
It's like the shows or movies where they go steampunk route. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Crazy. I love steampunk, time travel go hand in hand, man. I love them.
Yeah. It definitely gives you all that and the horror without taking itself too seriously, like
the horror without being horror.
just
You know?
dark and stupid. It's actually
Dark.
really cool.
Gritty jump scares. That's both 1 and 2 on BioShock are amazing games.
Yeah, definitely. So number 6 is Halo 3.
Fuck, I forgot all about Halo.
Now,
oh,
so Halo 3, the reason I picked Halo 3 out of all the Halo games, it was the absolute best experience for me. I mean, some of the games do things that I'm just like, it gets stale really quickly. Like Halo 4 wasn't even great. Halo 5.
I stopped playing after 3.
Yeah, 3 was like it, man. Like 1 and 2 were great.
Which one's Reach? Was Reach after 3?
Yeah, Reach came along later. It was good too, though.
I liked Reach. Reach, ODST, and 3.
ODST was good too.
Whatever order that came in, it was the last one I played.
I think Halo 3 came out, then ODST, and then I think Reach.
Reach
and
was
then
really
4 wasn't great. I haven't even tried Infinite yet, though, so I can't really comment on that. I played the multiplayer, which I don't play. I don't like any Halo multiplayer, but
nah.
Halo 3, man.
10 minutes of it. I can't remember.
I believe was the first one you could do co-op in.
No, you do them in the first one.
I'm not 100% sure. Well, who do you play as though? You don't play as a different character, right? What do you both Master Chief?
I think you just play as like a regular grunt.
Oh, because I know you play as the Arbiter. If you're the second player, you play as the Arbiter, who has his own story. Basically, it's like
that's cool. I like that. I think
hey, the Master Chief and the Arbiter don't typically like one another, so because of their history with one another, and I thought that was really a cool aspect too. So like you can do the co-op with your
Okay, so I'm wrong. It was Halo Combat Evolved. Which Combat Evolved? Is that the first one?
That's the first one.
Yeah, so it had co-op in it.
Oh, so okay. So all of them did.
So I'm wondering who you play as his second character.
Yeah, because I know you play as the Arbiter in the third one. The only thing I didn't do was find all the skulls. I found some of them, but pretty much without a guide, you're going to have a hard time just naturally, organically finding these things because they're very well hidden. But the skulls introduce like really cool.
Okay, yeah, you control a nameless ODST character.
Oh, that's lame.
That's what I thought. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The skulls though, like that they're it's kind of like putting in little codes, like little cheat codes.
Mm-hmm.
But they're actual skulls you have to find. I found I found one that like when you do a headshot, like confetti comes flying out of their head.
Yeah. Okay. So there's actually a challenge to where if you get all of them, you activate all of them, and you started the game, and you go to the end, you get an achievement. And I want to do that with someone.
Good luck. You need a guide. They're literally that hard to find and to get to.
Well, no, you have to start with them all.
Yeah, so you got to go through the whole finding them. You don't just get them automatically. So
you and me want to do that challenge one day?
No, not really.
You want to do that charity stream or something?
No.
Or you'll get one tap.
Longest. Yeah. Yeah, because some of the skulls actually make life harder for you.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Not all of them, but some of them.
What number was this? 6?
So that was Halo 3. That was number 6. So what's your number 6?
My number 6 is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Beautiful open world. It was sometimes felt empty, but like there was enough to keep you playing. You know, there's what are they called? Macablins, those lizard things, big ass ogre guys. Every turn, everywhere. Never any lack of anything to do. Any side mission you did helped you towards the main mission. Or I liked the whole like getting better gear, stuff like that. I love that in RPGs. The climbing mechanic is great. The glider, I can't think of the name for it. The glider is great. The Sheikah Slate abilities are cool. You got the freeze, the bombs, the magnet, the camera. Camera's always cool. You can take funny photos. You can have Link take selfies with people. I mean, it's awesome. Plus, it's on the Switch. Switch is one of my favorite consoles.
I was about to ask, is any game that you on your list not a Nintendo game?
Yeah?
So far, what Minecraft is technically all over the place, but
Minecraft's all over the place. Master Duel is all over the place, including mobile, but I don't play it on mobile because connection issues.
don't say
Forza,
anything you haven't named yet. But yeah,
Forza is on.
yeah, technically okay. Forza is a Xbox exclusive, so
Yeah. What else?
just seems like it's like Nintendo game, Nintendo game.
Digimon's a computer game that was ported to Nintendo. So, yeah, I've named one Nintendo game so far, Dad.
So are we on number 5?
I've never even played Minecraft on Nintendo Switch. My number 5 would have to be Need for Speed Most Wanted. And this should go out saying I have fond memories playing with you. It was
so it's the original Most Wanted, not
the original one,
2018 version or whatever it was.
What year is that? 2006, I think.
Probably something like that.
The original Xbox Need for Speed Most Wanted. I have fond memories playing with you. I've told that story of me watching you play in the middle of the night in New Orleans.
The only thing I didn't like was the colors looked so grayed out. I don't know.
I liked.
Only issue I had with that game.
I have real fond memories of it. I really wish it was on a platform where I could play it currently. Like the Xbox or something for a decent price, but you only can find the new Most Wanted, which fuck me, I hate that one. It's not great. Not bad. It's not great.
There's a new one out called Unbound or whatever, which I don't know anything about. I've heard good things, honestly.
I think I've already seen it on sale.
Yeah, that's EA for you though.
Yeah,
it's like Ubisoft or Ubisoft, however you say.
Yeah.
They're don't ever pay full price for a game made by them because you're gonna get it on sale really soon.
Yeah. I wanted to put this higher lower on the list, but otherwise it's here. It's number 5. I think it was a brilliant game. I loved playing it. I loved the whole going down the top 10 biggest racers or whatever and taking their cars.
Yeah. Racing for pinks.
Racing for pinks. I loved all that. It was fun. I wish they would make a remaster of this game, but they probably won't because they reused the name for whatever fucking reason.
Yeah.
That bothers me so much when companies do that. We can't come up with a new name.
Not the same game. Man, if you don't make it the same game, why give it the same name?
Right.
God of War did that too. It really wasn't the same game either. So,
what's your number 5?
Number 5, Max Payne.
Max Payne, that's a good one.
Max Payne is a pill popping badass with some serious mental issues. It's really cool. It has that film noir style or something like that. Whatever it is, it's cool.
Oh, you just reminded me of LA Noire.
Yeah, I wasn't too big on that.
I loved LA Noire.
Just because they make the same facial expression and you're supposed to know what the hell that means they're telling the truth or lying. But anyway, so Max Payne.
I got a fun story to LA Noire.
So much action in that shit. It was the first game I think that I can remember playing that had that bullet time type.
The bullet time where you're diving and
you're diving and everything goes slow and you're just just taking them out.
I remember that. That was unique back in the day.
Throwing your body out there and just
I remember that.
Great.
I remember that fondly.
It was extremely third person. You know what I'm saying? Which most of your games in that era kind of were. Yep. There wasn't a whole lot of first person shooters that weren't like Doom and whatever, which are really bad. Yeah. But
I'm gonna mix it up a bit, and I'm gonna say my number 4 next. So my number 4.
All right, go ahead.
Is actually Crysis 3.
There you go.
For a lot of the same reasons you mentioned in yours. The stealth feels great. I love the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
The gameplay is great all the way through. It is the first game I tried to 100%, which didn't happen because reasons.
Yeah.
It didn't
That doesn't
cloud
mean,
save back then.
doesn't mean you can't start over.
I really don't want to. I put so many hours into that.
Yeah.
I'll probably replay it again though, but the
You have to
multiplayer was
literally
actually
beat it on every difficulty as
Yeah.
well as find every collectible, which there's plenty.
every collectible, every piece of equipment for the guns.
Use every gun. That was one of the
Use every
things.
gun. Yep. The multiplayer was actually kind of fun. I liked the strength thing. I liked the speed run, the armor. All those unique things are real cool. It's just fun story. Playing through the first two games too. They were both good, but they weren't as good.
Yeah.
You get elements from each one. You get
You know what?
you know,
I think you're so good with words, William. Your ability to use words is like so word like. You're articulate, and you know what that means because that's a word that you would probably use. Am I right?
totally. I think if we were not doing our random wheel spin game and I got this game for whatever reason, it would automatically be a number. It would automatically be a perfect 10. I absolutely adore Crisis 3. And it's one of those ones that was hard to put in this place, but ultimately did get put in this place because the other four games are personally more of my favorites.
Yeah.
And a lot of these games are on here because of you.
Yeah, probably.
Because I play with you a lot when I play.
I have that
games.
influence. So number 4 for me is Mario 3.
Oh, it's
Going way
Mario.
back. Yeah, going way back, Mario 3.
Raccoon Mario, whatever they call him.
That was the first one to introduce all that really cool stuff. Like the
Yeah,
second one
Super Cave.
seemed nothing like any of the other ones.
So
it
the
was
second
cool.
one- The second
was
one's
cool
a
in its
reskin
own
of a
right.
different game.
It was still cool, but it was,
It was different.
not on par to me with it's so much different to you jumping on eggs and throwing them. But the third one, finally you get all the really cool stuff. I really love like the little slot machine thing that you do.
Yeah, at the end, I love that.
You try to like match up like stars or whatever,
Yeah.
lives, extra lives, and all that shit.
It's real good. It's simple stuff like that make a good game, though.
Then it was a game you could play like 2 players, and you can like take on each other and like little, almost Smash Bros like type of round.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Yeah, not really. I mean, you're not knocking each other off into the air, but you're
Yeah.
still like taking each other like whatever, pounding this little thing that makes. So it's cool. Everything about that game was really fun, really cool, really unique, and it was like the real takeoff where like I knew I really loved those Mario games, which are more so back then than I do now, because now it's like, man, they didn't age that well to me. But Mario 3 I would probably still pick up and jam out on for sure.
So what's your number 3?
Number 3, Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I figured you were going to put one of the Mass Effects games on here, man.
And of those of the Mass Effects that count, I don't count Andromeda, which I probably need to revisit it just to see if it should exist.
You gotta play the app version one too.
The what?
The mobile one.
Nah, fuck.
I heard it actually has a good story. It's just unbearable to play.
Yeah. Well, the story is the part where Andromeda fails, and it's okay otherwise. But Mass Effect 2, man, took everything that was in Mass Effect 1. The only small problem I had with Mass Effect 1 was that sometimes the controls were just really, really tough.
That happens.
Stiff. But they fixed it in the second one, and man, I'm not even into open world games, but you can go open galaxy on this shit. You can literally stop and mine every damn planet out there. You can do all kinds
open
of
world. I want open galaxy.
Yeah.
Open universe.
Yeah. Like for real. And
fuck all that open multiverse. I want to go to different universes.
And there's
the same
still
game.
enough linearity to make the game palatable for me, because I mean, if they left it wide, if the whole thing was just wide open, it would eventually probably have gotten even stale for me. But the combat was great. All the little things and all the choices that you make. Oh my god. You can sleep with a blue alien chick. You can be fucking
that's my dream.
Captain Kirk if you want to, because that's his thing, man.
That's my dream. I really want to sleep with a blue chick.
Yeah, blue alien chick, man. It's hot. You can sleep with a dude if you want.
Nanu,
in that game. Yeah. All you have to do is build up enough of a relationship with these people that they, they like you and you like each other or whatever, and then it's on. And that's so funny, crazy. That's typical for BioWare though, because they even do that with the what's that Dragon Age.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that in there too. But
I remember Dragon Age.
So this was literally Mass Effect was Dragon Age,
but in space.
Which made it 10 times better. And the what do you call it? The world building and all that shit is amazing. Like how they did all these different races of aliens and all their little quarrels with one another. It's,
really cool.
they hit this shit out of the park, man.
Yep. My number 3 I have it listed as just COD, but if I'm gonna pick one, it has to be Cold War. Specifically the multiplayer, the online multiplayer. Because me and you had a lot of fun moments in that. It was the first one I played consistently for a long time. We did the snipers only. It had good game mode, shit like that. Snipers only. Our favorite was the gunfight tournament till it wasn't our favorite. Until everyone got good at it and we sucked ass. Even though we were good, but we weren't that good, they just learned the fucking strats that we couldn't combat. And if you count that season of Warzone in it too,
that was definitely the first one that had our tournament.
I love the gunfight tournament. Please bring that back. Blizzard or Activision or
whoever.
I don't know who was the other.
Cold War was a Treyarch one. So
whatever. Bring back gunfight tournament, please. I will pay extra money just for gunfight tournament back, man. I loved the randomness of it, even though it wasn't always totally random. I mean, there's preset random classes you'd get. I loved it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool that, you had to play with someone else. You could go in with a random, but I highly wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
Me and you kicked ass on it. Or
got our asses kicked.
Or we
whichever.
sucked ass on it. But me and you ended up getting all the rewards for it. We felt very rewarded of it. We felt like we did. We fucking worked our way up all the way, man. It was great. I loved it. I want to do it again. And what's the new one? Modern Warfare 2. And it was kind of easy for me to pick Cold War because Vanguard sucked ass. Cold War isn't that much better, but it's pretty good.
Or World War II, you mean?
No, I didn't play World War II. I meant Cold War. Or Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
It's fun. I haven't played the new Warzone Resurgence yet. I wish I had time to do it tonight. Yeah, I mean, Cold War's the best multiplayer I've played in Call of Duty so far. You already did your number 3, right?
Yep.
All right. So my number 2, I'm assuming you thought this one was going to be number 1, but it's Pokemon.
Pokemon what? No, there's a million of them.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You got to pick one.
Before the newest games released, I was going to say Pokemon Yellow. Because I started with Pokemon Blue, and Pokemon Yellow is literally the upgraded version of that. It's the first generation, just better version. But I have to say, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet top it off. It's the best. It's an open world version. You can go to any of the 18, I think it's 18 quote unquote boss battles in whatever order you want. The only issue is it doesn't level scale, which kind of sucks. So you go to the last one, they're level like 40 something, and you're level 5. But I get it, as soon as you're done with the tutorial, you can explore the world to your heart's content. Shiny hunting in the game feels great. Braiding feels great. The post, or not post game, but the in game content right before credits, fucking magnificent. The game looks spectacular. It has its issues, but I mean, what game doesn't nowadays? It's everything I wanted out of a Pokemon game put into a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I especially like that I can do whatever I want whenever I want. Unlike the older Pokemon games where you're on a linear route. Which, beforehand, the first gen was actually the closest to doing whatever you want whenever. You do your 8 badges, but you can do 3, 4, and 5 out of order in whatever order you want. But other than that, it's kind of linear. So what's your number 2, man?
Number 2, this Gun. Holy shit, Gun was fun.
I consider putting Gun on here.
And again, more so probably for the nostalgia of how much I glued myself to that game when I played it, and I played it more than one time through. And probably if I picked it up, I would play it again all the way through. It's a stay list if there ever was a stay list.
Yes, I want a remastered version.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Gun would be a close number 11 for me on my list. It's one of those honorable mentions we're about to get to.
Yeah, we're about to because we just finished the 2. So yeah, Gun, third person cowboy, badass shooter was so much fun. Only really one frustrating part was the guy that threw the dynamite. Oh my god!
Yeah, I remember that.
Fuck out of here, dude. Other than for that, God, that's an amazing game.
Yep. So you want to rapid fire through some of these honorable mentions?
Yeah.
All right. So first off, Gun, obviously. BioShock 1, in my opinion. All the other Borderland or the other Crisis games. Fuck, I had more in my hand. The Mega Man series, every game in there. I love Mega Man. Always been a huge fan. I'm just bad at it. I'm terrible at the Mega Man games, but I love playing them. The original Mario, I loved playing the original Mario. Smash TV, I don't know why, I was just addicted to it. Fuck. All right, you go. I can't think of any other ones.
So The Godfather 2 and Mafia 2, both of those games were great little Mafia type games. Titanfall 2, there's a lot of 2s in here.
Titanfall 2 is great. That's probably I would put that on one of my lists too.
One that was on your list that barely didn't make my list was Forza Horizon 5.
Forza Horizon 5, yeah.
Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. Before that, I never really gave a shit about Wolfenstein games. I just picked this shit up thinking it was on sale and it looked cool. And it actually was very, very, very good.
I want to add Juice 2 to mine too.
Yeah, Juice 2 for
sure. Same reasons as Most Wanted, just not to an extreme.
More, yeah. Infamous Second Son was a PlayStation exclusive game.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that game.
And that's coming from someone who doesn't really give a shit about superhero type stuff, but basically
the whole Infamous series is great.
Yeah, even though he's not like Marvel or DC or nothing.
Yeah, it's its own standalone superhero.
It's still like a superhero.
I love it.
The Suffering. Holy shit, man. It's like Resident Evil without being Resident Evil, and like it was like the first game where like the zombies actually had different styles. Like you shoot the one in the gut and it fucking belly explodes out acid and shit, like stuff like that.
We're on that. Resident Evil 5 is on my auto mention, and Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Then there was a game called Viking Battle for Asgard on 360. That shit was amazing. You can actually, by the end of the game, you're commanding dragons to help you attack forts and shit.
That's awesome.
That is so awesome. And it didn't play like a strategy game because you're fighting at the same time that these dragons are coming in and helping just burn everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the games I just recently finished It's Hi-Fi Rush. It's a rhythm game. It looks smart ass little kid like William in it. I can't say enough good things about this shit. Everyone. Well, William, you look really tall today. So that's another one I would recommend. Those are my honorable mentions for sure.
Rock Band is another good one.
Yeah, Rock Band.
It's a good family game. There's one you said that reminded me of a game. Now I can't think of the game. Because I didn't write honorable mentions down, and I should have.
What I said?
Yeah, you said something and it reminded me of a game. You're like,
talking about Infamous or
no, that's not it.
Titanfall.
Titanfall 2 is on mine too.
The Suffering.
Oh no. Subnautica was a close one for this list because I loved it. I played it for this podcast and I fell in love with it. It creeped me out while being so beautiful at the same time. I don't remember how you worded it. It was scarily beautiful.
Yeah, something like that.
And like I said, it gives out that like deep water phobia, which I can't think of the word for. I know there's one out
Hydrophobia.
there. No, that's just water phobia.
That's just water. I don't know about deep water phobia.
There's a deep water one. I can't think of the name, but it gives that. The leviathans are real cool. All the fish look cool. I love it. So, who's going first for number one picks?
Well, no, fuck that. I bet I can guess yours, and you could probably guess mine.
I don't think I can guess yours.
Can
you guess mine?
Sure. Borderlands 2.
Yep. You fucker. Well, shit. What's yours?
What's that sound? What's mine? Well, do you want to talk about yours, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure. So, Borderlands 2 is my favorite game of all time. I mean, it's without saying. I've talked about it on here so many times. I've talked to you about it so many times. You've seen me play it a million times. Borderlands 2 is my favorite game. I've beaten it the most. I've explored it the most. I have almost 100%ed it, but never actually 100%ed it. I've done everything in the game, just not on one save data. So I've bought it for every console I've owned. I love exploring the world. I love, the gore, the blood, all that shit. I love all the gun selection. I love the grinding, the looting, shooting aspect of it. I love the Easter eggs. I love the characters. I love the DLC characters, the DLC itself. Fuck Claptrap. I love
the Claptrap.
The NPCs are great. They say funny shit. The emotional, if you've played Borderlands 1, they kill off main characters, which is sad, but it really helps build into the game. The character building is great. It is further explored in the other games, and I love it.
I'm all for killing Handsome Jack. Just saying.
Handsome Jack. Oh my god, you don't even get me started on Handsome Jack. One of the best villains in a series, man. The whole game, he's like fucking with you. There's a little side mission where he's telling you to kill yourself, and when you do it, you get money or I think you get a gun, and he calls you like a bitch or something. It's awesome. I love it. I love everything about that game. That game is a solid 20 out of 10.
20 out of 10.
What's your number one?
You should have known this, but it's The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Oh, yeah.
Duh. This man, let me tell you something. I've never played a game up until this point that random shit is a weapon. You pick up a fucking bug net and you think, what a worthless piece of shit that I'm holding. Why do I have this bug net? But I better keep it just in case I need it. And you never get anything that's useless. Like a lot of like role-playing games, you'll pick shit up. A pencil and a piece of paper or something lame. And you never need it. It's the most worthless shit. Like you shouldn't be allowed to like pick up and collect shit that you're never going to need. Yeah, maybe you can sell it for like $1 or at the stupid store or whatever. It's stupid. That's one of my arguments against Fallout. But You just pick up random shit for nothing. It's worthless. But never in Link to the Past do you pick up something that you're not going to use later, even when it makes no sense when you first pick it up. You're like, what? Like I said, a bug net, a damn tennis racket, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, I just thought of another honorable mention. Damn.
So many things like that, you know. And not to mention, the whole thing is beautiful. The whole like story is great. All the little missions are worth doing and fun. There's nothing that's like, this is lame. And guess what else? There's time travel.
Yeah! Woo!
Yeah! You can travel between the light world and the dark world, or whatever the hell they want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And that actually helps you get around the map, which is also a thing in Titanfall 2, where they kind of did the same thing where in order to reach certain parts that you can't get to, you just switch to time mode and go, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
It makes it so fun. And all the little boss battles are fun and entertaining, and just I must have played through the game like 10 times. And probably if I just randomly picked it up, I would probably still just sit there and grind that shit. Try to get everything. Try to get every little piece of heart, so you have all the little hearts.
Yeah.
It's all the little dumb stuff that you may not even really need, but it all helps. Everything has a purpose in that game. And they never introduce you to it too early. Like, you never get the little mirror that goes between the two dimensions or whatever you want to call it, or times or whatever, until you're about to use it. Really cool stuff. You get a boomerang. You get all this like random stuff. Like, so much cool stuff. You
know what game I thought of for that honorable mention that I didn't mention? And you're going to know it too. It's the Punisher game.
Yeah, that
cool. Game, brutal. I love it. I forgot all about it, man. I had that one written down and I actually moved it off the list.
Yeah, it's probably not a top 10, but it's definitely worth
it would be if they would make it.
Maybe.
And didn't censor it like they did. I found out that it was censored in America.
Lame.
How you did the kills and it went like black and white. That's the censorship.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. It seemed like I remember, though, they still made sure you got the idea of what the hell happened. Like,
yeah, you got the idea, but in the other countries, you got to see it.
You throw them in a coffin and you throw a grenade in there and close the fucking coffin down. It's like, I guess you don't have to see it to know that fucker went off and blew him up inside the coffin.
You know the one I remember the most? Sticking the dude's head in the thing of eels.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fire, like in the fireplace, too. You can, like, shove their head into the fireplace.
Because I have a like irrational fear to eels for some reason because of that.
I don't think it's irrational, man. Eels are not good for you in any way.
So yeah, I mean, let us know your top 10 games in the comments below.
Definitely.
This was a lot harder than it should have been for me to decide.
Yeah, it was. I thought it would be easy until I actually got in there and started like messing with it. And I'm like, wow, this isn't really all that easy at all.
I'll be honest, I changed my list like 4 times just today.
Today?
The top 3 always stayed the same, though. But everything else moved around a lot. And I even considered taking COD off completely, but it's one of the games I play the most. It had to be on there. All right, so are you ready for wheel spins?
Yeah, let
anything else you want to touch on?
No, I think that's pretty much it, man. Get this wheel spin. Well, that beard of yours, it looks so luxurious. I mean, I definitely think there is absolutely no fleas in there. For sure. You must use really good conditioner. And
I just bought conditioner. It's great. I love it.
It looks like a well-conditioned beard.
It's not right now. I need a shower. Been under my car all day and then moving shit all day. Like I said, this week's been stressful for me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hadn't put any stress on that beard. Let me tell you. So let's just pull this up. Get William to spin first.
I spin first. Yay!
Let me share screen.
Not gonna wonder. Are you gonna cut the first part of this out where you said, "Hold on, I gotta"?
Yeah, we'll see. See how it goes. Might be fun.
You should do that before you do the opening thing. All right.
All right. What game will Liam play? Oh no! Hold up. We can't do this. We have to do how many. Spins
Yeah. How many spins we get first?
This thing up. Yeah. Whatever. Who cares? All right. No one cares. All right. How many spins? We'll do that. Will first.
How many shipment? Come on.
Come on, one. Yes.
Damn.
William gets one spin.
Fuck you.
Oh yeah. Sure, man. We love it. Yeah, whatever. All right. Williams. One spin. Here it goes.
Come on, Power Rangers.
You don't want to play that game. It's a fighting game.
I want to play that game.
Rage 2.
Rage 2.
Rage 1 was great. Rage 2 I've played a little bit of.
I don't.
You'll like it. It has a Borderlands-esque. It's like a poor man's Borderlands. That's what Rage really is.
Did I play 1? I remember Rage, but I don't remember if I played 1 or 2. I don't think I played either of them, now that I think about it.
See, it's a poor man's Borderlands, so you should love it.
I might have opened it once, but I never really played it.
See, how many spins do I have to do?
0. You get none.
0. Two. Almost landed on 3. That'd have been better. Yeah, sure. We're enjoying it. Yeah. All right.
Spin that wheel.
Spin it twice. Iron or either Faye or something. I don't know. Or Relicanth. Didn't you play that one?
No.
What was the word? Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't play that one. I have to play Faye or Relicanth.
Hey, can you shuffle the wheel up some more?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just shuffle those selections up.
Why?
Fun.
What do you mean shuffle them?
So like the everything goes to a different spot.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. It's not gonna make a difference. That's a lot of work.
Oh, it does. You can't like
it
just
randomizes it. No, it randomizes it.
Okay, because I noticed like the you pick and I pick things were kind of bunched together last time.
Yeah, they are right here too.
Yeah, so I was wondering if you could shuffle it up so they're in between everything.
I imagine I could, but then I think that actually decreases the odds because if it lands in that area at all, it's going to land on one of ours.
Yeah, I thought it'd be more fun that way. I don't know. I don't care.
So far, we haven't even gotten it. So
I know.
I'll tell you, that's pretty damn random.
So which one do you want to do?
Relicanth or Faye? I don't know what either one of these games are about. So
You don't get to look it up beforehand.
oh shit, kiss my ass.
You don't get to look them up beforehand.
I know Relicanth's on Epic, so it probably ain't going to have any achievements. And Faye or Iron or whatever, I have no idea what that even is. So I'll just go with Relicanth. I don't care. I don't know what either one of the games are, so.
I really can't believe you did this.
I really can't.
I really can't.
Wait on. That Relicanth thing was so clever. Let me tell you, I really can't. That was so awesome.
Oh.
Let's get the screen unshared here. I'm always bad about that. Stop sharing. There we go. Yep. Thank you.
Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like the podcast, like it. I'll be streaming Friday.
I'll probably
or Saturday at on YouTube. MewWill123.
Look for me Monday or Tuesday at Mystery 8 Ball Gaming.
Where you'll be playing Relicanth. At what time do you think?
I'll be Relicanthing. Probably 4-ish, 5, something.
Hopefully I'll be off work by the time.
Hopefully I won't be like killer hungry waiting on food at that point.
I'm hungry now. I didn't eat much today.
I had
I had leftover Tokyo Grill.
Go ahead, Zaxby's.
Thank y'all for watching. If you don't like and comment and subscribe, you're noobs.
Don't be a noob.
Bye.